This is the Washington Podcast, episode number 4. And yes, it is number 4. Yep, we messed it up earlier, right? Yeah, we sure did. It was episode 3 last time. It was last week, it was number 3. So here it is, number 4. Girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, moms and dads, welcoming you to episode 4 of the Washington Podcast on KDJW Channel 5 with the Quizmaster Best of 3 and pod news and what's happening in your neighborhood. Also, David got some other stuff to talk about too. Join us for the next 1 hour, won't you? Well, sure, Chuck, we will. And now, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you, here's David. Thank you very much, Chuck Strongbacks, and we welcome you to the Washington Podcast, right here on KDJW Channel 5 in Philadelphia. We have a great 1 hour program. This is episode number 4, season 2. We got right here the Quizmaster right here with me, and we're looking for some folks who's going to be jumping in on the old live chat tonight. Oh, yes, indeed. We're just going to get things started. So how are you? Are you doing okay? Are you doing all right? And also, of course, my prayers and support goes out to my good friend, the Philly captain. He and the Barbera Bear are going across the country on Route 66. Oh, yes, and I do believe that the captain and the bear are safe and sound. And looky here. Here's Deb and Al. Let's say all hi, everybody. Yes, indeed. I wonder how is the sound going on. We have done something new. Earlier, someone told me that the music was too loud and I was too soft. But don't worry, we got everything under control. Is that right, Chuck? Oh, and Tanita's here. Tanita, give a big hand, Tanita. All right, so let's get things started with the old Skyline routine. Yes, indeed, the old Skyline routine. Chuck Strongbacks here for KDJW, and Tanita, Deborah are here for the great state of Florida and the fine city of Philadelphia. You know that's right. Okay, now do your stuff. All right. If you like to see all of your programming right here on KDJW, we consider subscribing. So yes, indeed, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. You bet, Chuck. And what is the other thing to do to help out this great program and programs? Well, my good friend Mr. Venmo has the answer. If you like to have a small contribution to make to KDJW and DJ Wash 5 Productions, go on the Venmo at DJ Wash 5. Hey, let's hear the rest of this music before we go on, right? You bet, Chuck, old boy. Oh yeah, gotta love the sound of the great Van Anderson. You know that song has been out for like 50 years ago? Can you believe that? 1976. And if you're asking, my dear friends, I wasn't developing eyelids. Wait. Supposed to laughter, man, laughter. Thank you. Yes, indeed. So let me see here. Let me see here. Get this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got it now. We got it down pat. Yes, indeed. Whoops. Got a little notification on Mr. Phone. Says, let me see. Watch the Washington Podcast or may up. Ooh, I cannot say that. So, we have Deborah and Tanita watching our show tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get this phone, get the phone down here, like notifications, ringtone. It is? Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Now, when I get this phone out of here, I'll just go like this.
Awesome!
Yeah, it is. Okay, is anybody ready for pod news? Because I'm ready, because we got to get a few folks coming over to get the show started. So without further ado, here we go. This is Pod News with David Washington. H. Lee is joining with us right here on the Washington Podcast, and here is some stories for you to know. Now, a good friend of mine, her name is Eva Anderson. She works at a Philadelphia television station, which I cannot say right now because it's on, as I say, on a different network. I am happy to announce that she is engaged to be married. Ah, yes, it is a great news indeed. And the news broke about, I think about a few hours ago, I believe it was. So, Eva, if you are watching with your fiance, from all of us at KDJW, we wish you nothing but the best of happiness. And I hope you two are groovy. Make sure I want to hear you play that saxophone, and hopefully me with my drumsticks will come over there and have a little jam session. Yes. So let's hear it for my good friend Eva from the Philadelphia Newscast. Yes. Yeah. Now, in news in SEPTA, let me see here. What's happening in the news of SEPTA? There's so much happening in the news of SEPTA, but here it is. Cecil B. Moore, also known as Columbia, if y'all know what I mean, they installed brand new turnstile barring things, I think they are, for the entrance to the station. That means you folks got to pay your fare. Fare invasion is a really dangerous crime. I should know that for a fact because it is bad. It is unfair for folks out there. And here comes my dear friend Bill. Bill, welcome aboard. Bill, Britt, and Baby Laney, y'all. Everyone, the family of three is watching on KDJW tonight. And yep, fare invaders. Yes, for SEPTA, we got to get rid of that. It's a $300 fine. And if I were the president of SEPTA headquarters, I would definitely step up with more sergeants out there saying, "Hey, what are you doing? Go back there and pay your fare, or else it's going to be unfair to you, if you know what I mean." Whoa, that's incredible. Yes, indeed. So that's pod news. Congratulations to Eva Anders. Oh, yeah. It's a shame that Philadelphia doesn't have free transport. Oh, yeah, it is sad indeed. Yes, indeed. So since everybody is here right now, I believe it's time for my good pal, Quizmaster. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Quizmaster on KDJW. The best of three. The first round is already up. It is 8:08 in the PM. The 1st of March, 2026. Boy, yep, everyone's here tonight. Yep, the whole hail, the gang's all here. Yes, indeed. Yep, fare invasion is terrible, but don't worry. The Quizmaster is more nice and cool and groovy. So let me see here. The category is television things that derives from classic television. If you're all ready, here's question number 1. And first, before we begin, and look at that, here comes Onslaught. Yeah, buddy. That's how we do it right here on the Washington Podcast. Yes, indeed. He is a champion of the world, the best wrestling champion in the city of Philadelphia. And I'm glad you're here, my friend. So let's play the Quizmaster. Television finds, I think it is. Yes, here it is. The Lone Ranger aired on what network? Is it A, CBS, B, NBC, or C, ABC? Here we go. Make sure you get the answer right. We're looking for the original network. All right, we got some answers up there. Hey, look at, ladies and gentlemen, the Fandemic crew is here. Let's all give a big hand for our friends. Ah, yeah, the Fandemic crew. Oh, you didn't hear the question? But okay, let's do it again. I'll give you some more time. The Lone Ranger aired on what network? A, CBS, B, oh, and Mom is here. Hey, Mom's here. And Dad, too. Mom and Dad are here. Oh, my gosh. It's a family show. Okay, so since you guys are Mom and Dad and Onslaught, everyone else is here. Oh, yeah, Mom. Onslaught is a great champion. He's a great wrestler and a good friend of mine. So, The Lone Ranger aired on what network? A, CBS, B, NBC, or C, ABC? I'll give you extra 30 seconds. Wait a minute. Hold it. Sorry, kids. Little miscue there. Freshly back from Clearwater. All right. So those are the answer choices, and here we go. Remember, we're looking for the right answer. Okay, here we go with the answer. Let me see here. Mom says CBS, just a guess. Are you sure? Dad says CBS. I wonder if you're sure too, Dad. And who else is there says, I don't know. You better think very clearly on this. You gotta get your ESP going. Yeah. So, sorry, gotta get this there. There we go. Yeah. No more echo chambers. Okay, most of the folks says ABC, some of the folks says NBC, and some of the folks says CBS. Wow, CBSI. I like that CBSI. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, let's reveal the answer, my dear friends. For the folks who says CBS, I'm very sorry. The answer is ABC. All right, you got the answer right, kids. It is ABC. Yep, the original Lone Ranger series went on the air on the ABC television network featuring, let me see here, featuring Jay Silverheels and Clayton Moore, who played the Lone Ranger and his faithful Indian companion. Yeah, so let me see here. Speaking of that, I was watching, now, ladies and gentlemen, if you like me with my Alex Trebek shades, let me know in the comments down below. Before we continue, here's something I want to share with a little something funny. Okay. Every time when I wear these glasses right here, these are theatrical glasses. They're not really prescription. I see very well. I eat lots of carrots. Yeah. My mom, I love watching Rocky V. Rocky V featuring Sylvester Stallone, Talia Shire, and everybody. Yes, indeed. They are? Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Oh, gosh. Really. Appreciate it. Love you. And make sure you smash the like button. If you smash the like button, I'll give you a prize. My own personal glasses. Don't worry. I got other stuff. Let me see here. Oh, yes. Rocky V, a guy named George Washington Duke, played by Richard Gant, close to the end of the movie, he said, "Touch me and I'll sue. Come on, Pug. Touch me and I'll sue." And every time when I wear these glasses, my mom says, "Touch me and I'll sue." That's funny. That really touched me right here. So yes, ABC is the right answer, and I'm gonna give you a brief synopsis about a Lone Ranger episode called "The Tenderfeet." Oh, the show's really coming along. Hey, Onslaught, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Give it up for my man Onslaught, and I hope I see another championship. Right on. Yeah, touch me and I'll sue. Yeah, thank you very much, Onslaught. Really appreciate it. Yep, I hope the captain will be watching somewhere in America on Route 66. Yeah. Haha. So let me see here. Watching The Lone Ranger, episode The Tenderfeet. A story about two guys from the East. Oh, Streets of Philadelphia? Hey, no problem. We'll do that. We'll do Streets of Philadelphia right after I do a bit about the Lone Ranger. Now, the Lone Ranger found the two boys, the Laramie boys, digging up for excuse me, digging up for silver, and hopefully they struck it. Guess what? They struck it, but unfortunately, Hard Rock Jones and his pal Rusty Bates for 30 years was looking in the outside of the area. And they said, they struck it. They're tenderfeet pilgrims. Ugh! We're doing this for 30 years. We haven't had silver? Nah. Like that. So, Hard Rock Jones, who is like the antagonist, the bad guy in the show, he wants to jump the claims, actually. Claim jumping is against the law if you're a sheriff in this here territory. Yeah, yes. So let me see here. It's up to the Lone Ranger and his faithful friend and the sheriff to bring those bad old hombres, to justice. Make sure you watch the Lone Ranger. It's not on ABC anymore. It is on Tubi. To be or not to be. And guess what? We are right. It's time for... Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Street names of Philadelphia. Choose your street. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. As my dear friends Fandemic Crew says, and guess what? It is their favorite portion of the podcast. It's called Street Names of Philadelphia by Robert Ayalada. I got this book from Better World Books back in 2023 for a mere $20 in shipping and handling. eBay did not treat me well because, none of it's not there. Well, actually, no. eBay is a good friend of mine. I'm talking about Amazon. Amazon, they pay too darn much. Yeah. Right on, crew. You know, hold on for a minute. Since the Fandemic Crew is here, I got to do this. So give me a second, please. Yes. That's better. You must have a Philadelphia jacket on, and it looks like this. And I got two pins right here. This is the old school and the new school Phillies logos on this pin there. And it's all red and white stripes. So, yep. And unfortunately, the original Philadelphia Phillies P logo has been washed off. So, yeah. Don't go to... Yes, that's right, Mom. If you want to know, ladies and gentlemen, what Mom is talking about, Bill Cosby did a little... Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Bill Cosby did a little thing about a bit about the Lone Ranger and his Indian friend coming down to town saying, "Don't go to town. You'll hurt yourself." Yeah, that was kind of funny. Including the part where what if the Lone Ranger and his companion went out there not fighting, like getting drunk, like "Ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum, tum, tum, ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum, tum, tum, tin, da-da-tum." Yeah. Fandemic Crew wants to hear about street names of Philadelphia. Choose your street. Let me know in the comments of what street I will read to you. Yep. In our last episode, mom and dad wasn't there. I I have tasted a new liquid death flavor. It's called Kilbert Grape, with the essence of, well, I'll just have Jack Clark tell you about it. I think he has the answer. Yes, indeed, Jack. He got the answer. Yes, indeed. Let me see here if I have here. Let me see here. Let me see if I got this. Got to set it up right before we get started. Oh yes, and here's some other news. On Tuesday, the 3rd of this month, March, there's going to be a blood red moon lunar eclipse. The moon is about 95%. Yes, indeed, 95%. And Bill wants to hear about Passyunk Avenue. Passyunk Avenue in South Philadelphia. And here's like one thing I'm going to do after this podcast is done. I'm going to cook me some dinner. Let me see here. I went over to Cousins and picked up some delicious chicken and such. Chicken. Have you ever been to Cousins? There's like 3 locations, 2 in my neck of the woods and 1 in Camden, New Jersey. Yeah. So if you don't have that area, make sure you go onto the website. I hope it's there. Well, P for Passyunk. PQR. Wait a minute. I think it's like before. Yeah. Here we go. Price Street, Pulaski, Priestley, Porter, Port. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here it is. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear friend Bill joining us with his baby and wife Britt. We'll be hearing about Passyunk Avenue. I love the echo chambers, don't you? Passyunk Avenue. Passyunk Avenue. Yeah. Okay. The land between the Delaware and Schuylkill rivers near the mouth. Oh, yes, there is a. Oh, hey, right on, Tanita. Yeah, there's a Cousins in your neck of the woods. All right. Yep. They got everything, and I love Cousins. I even kept the bag, too, you know. Yeah. You can fill everything. Yeah. And mom wants to hear Passyunk, so yes, let's do this. Bill and mom wants to hear about Passyunk Avenue. Here it is. Oh yeah. See if I can find that, my friend. Yes. The land between the Delaware and Schuylkill rivers near the mouth of the Schuylkill was called by the Indians Pashagink or Pashagonk, meaning a level place, a valley, or a place between the hills. The name was continued by the Swedes who settled there in 1648. I'm sorry. In the year 1648, and later by the English. Passyunk grew from a small village to a township, which was consolidated with the city of Philadelphia in 1854. The road through the section, confirmed in 1750 from South Street to the Schuylkill River, was called the Passyunk Road. It followed an earlier Indian footpath. In 1870, yes, Mom, it is in South Philadelphia. Oh, yeah, gotta love Mom, yeah. Oh, okay, let's go bigger. The road through that section, confirmed in 1750 from South Street to the Schuylkill River, was called the Passyunk Road. It followed an earlier Indian footpath. In 1870, the road became an avenue. The last recorded deed for the expansion of Passyunk Avenue was in 1943. It now extends from Elmwood and Island Avenues on South Street. On earlier city records, Passyunk can be found spelled Passassajon, Passunghh, Paisajung, Perslajungh, and there's a lot of spelling, so you know what I mean. Passuming, Passuming, Passyonck, and the original, the current one, Passaun. I'm sorry, Passa. That's the earlier one. So, Yunk, and Passyunk now spells Passyunk. That's a lot of spelling. Don't ask me to come to a spelling bee. I don't do that. Leave that to Aquila. All right, so that's the first chapter of Street Names of Philadelphia, and we're about to get ready to go to our station break for the second half of the show. Let's just see if Hagerman Street is on the Street Names book. H is the word. Okay, let me see here. Okay, uh-oh. Sad news to report, my friend Deborah from Florida. I could not find Hagerman Street. I don't know why. But don't worry, I shall research it by the time I return to the Washington podcast for the second half of the show. Yes, I will do that. I'll do that. We'll just put the book down for a few moments. And before we continue on, ladies and gentlemen, next week is a very special week. It's going to be Sunday the 8th. I'll tell you more about that next week. Yes, indeed. So, yep, this is my ensemble jacket with the famous Philadelphia Phillies logos right here. Yep. The one right here is the old school one. And you can get the old school Philly font like this. How about that? And this is the newest one that is currently in use. So we all love the Phillies, and hopefully pretty soon, opening season shall begin for the Philadelphia Phillies. If you're ready, you know I'm ready. We're going to do quiz number 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, the category, once again, is television things. And now, without further ado, before we get started on this one, we'll give you a little bit of time for you giving us the answer. In 1975, NBC aired Wheel of Fortune on daytime television. Who was the first host? Is it A, Jack Clark, B, Chuck Woolery, or C, Tom Kennedy? Once again, I'll read the question before we get on to station break. In 1975, NBC aired Wheel of Fortune on daytime television. Who was the first host? Is it A, Jack Clark, B, Chuck Woolery, or C, Tom Kennedy? And now, we shall return to the Washington podcast, and I hope you got the right answer, and don't phrase it in the form of a question. Hey, Jack, how you doing? I'm doing fine, David. Hey, look at the crowd going on there. I think someone has a few right answers, I hope. Yes, indeed. Hey, one of the answers mentioned you, Jack. Well, that's very nice, but I think I announced Wheel of Fortune when Chuck was around, so I don't know who. Hey, guess what? What? Never mind. We'll do this one. We'll be right back in a minute. We may now return to the second half of the Washington Podcast. Welcome back to the Washington Podcast and the Quizmaster. And I'll just play the great 30-second thing. Whoop, wait a minute. Hold on for a minute. The old 30-second shtick. So here we go. Must get the answer right. Alrighty, let's see who's there. We have Tanita saying B, Chuck Woolery. H. Lee, I'm not so sure, but she's going on with Mr. Jack Clark. Deborah from Florida says Chuck Woolery. Mom from Philadelphia, she says Jack Clark. Jack is a great announcer, brilliant broadcaster, but did he host Wheel of Fortune? Oh, thank you very much, Mom. That's this piece of music you hear when thinking of what answer it is on the Quizmaster was an old Jeopardy cue in Poland. Yep. Jeopardy in America does the traditional dun 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 dun. I decided to use that one because it's like a bit of a nighttime piece and it looks pretty good. Okay, so without further ado, here is the answer to the Quizmaster. It is Mr. Chuck Woolery. Aw, shucks. Deborah and Tanita 2 for 2 for this one. And Bill, good going, Chuck Woolery, that is. Yes, Mom, you are so close. Now, I'll just give you a brief synopsis about the Wheel of Fortune. In 1979 or 1980, around that time, the original announcer, Charlie O'Donnell, went on to do some other things in California. And they hired Jack Clark with his velvety smooth voice and the original delivery to be the show's announcer. He held on that role from there all the way till 1988 during the time of his passing. And on the daytime show of Wheel of Fortune, Pat Sajak, Vanna White, and Charlie O'Donnell paid tribute to that brilliant broadcaster, Jack Clark. Great guy. But Chuck Woolery is the right answer, so I hope you guys get this last quiz right. I'm counting on you now. Yes, indeed. Now it's time for some street names of Philadelphia. Let me see here. We already did something about Passyunk Avenue. And there are 2 places for cheesesteaks, which has all the hype. But the Philly captain gave us a little taste test of if you want to have it or you not want to have it. Pat's and Gino's, located at the Cheesesteak Corners in South Philadelphia. Which one people would say, I'm going to Pat's to get my cheesesteak. No, I'm going to go over to Gino's, man. Not so sure about that. There are tourism traps. A television broadcaster by the name of Rita, she came from Houston, Texas. She came to Philadelphia to cover the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Astros of Houston for the World Series. We did a World Series run, but we did not do it good enough. But don't worry. We will one day. Need some hope and faith and change. Oh, brother. I sound like a presidential candidate. Yes, indeed. So Rita, she went to Pat's and Gino's, she should have came to me earlier. I know where to find some great cheesesteaks, including my friend the captain. John's Roast Pork, they make the best cheesesteaks over there. The Alejandro's, Della Alejandro's, I think they are. Yeah, that's a good place there too. There are some other fine places in Center City. Even street vendors in Center City can make you a darn good steak. Yes, indeed. So we already finished with Passyunk Avenue on Street Names of Philadelphia. Is there anyone else who wants to hear a street? I hope, and I think Deborah has a street, so I think I'll just check it out. I'll be back in a minute, please. Test bars. Test bars. What are you doing? Signing off the network? No, we're still going on. I just wanted to find my phone. I threw it somewhere. There. Okay, it's back. Now I'm just gonna go scroll through the other let me see, the other ones. Oh yes, and here it comes to the sports scene. Let me see here. The 76ers are leading by 3 points. They're in the city of Boston. For golly's sake, please beat the Celtics. Beat the Celtics or else I'm gonna Yes, indeed. So we're first quarter 25-22. Cherry Street, H. Lee wants to hear. So let's find some cherries, shall we? Cherry starts with C, and I like cherries. And guess what? I'm a Temple University kind of a guy, and cherry is my favorite. Here it is. Ask and ye shall receive, H. Lee. Here it is. Cherry Street. Oh yeah, gotta love cherries. Cherry pie for me, please. Oh yes, if I bake a cherry pie, I'll send it home to Mom. She'll love it. In the early 19th century, many prominent Philadelphians, including Dr. James Mead and Stephen Girard, raised cherry trees from the Delaware to Front Street, along what they call Cherry Alley. Yeah. The earliest record of jury confirmation of the alley is 1809, from 10th to 11th Streets. The present extent of street line was deeded to the mid and late 19th century. The alley became an official thoroughfare in 1883, when Philadelphia legislators decided to legitimize all then existing streets. Apparently, many of the original public ways and private streets were never officially recorded. Cherry finally became a street in 1895, when other streets along its line had their names changed. These include Cherry Alley, Delaware Avenue to Front Street, Fetters Lane, Broad Street to 3rd, and Howell 32nd to 34th. But one section of Cherry Street, the block from Front to 2nd, has been reverted to its former name, Alfreth's Alley. And H. Lee, that's your favorite, Cherry Street. Cherry and white, fight, fight, fight. That's around Center City, I think the Parkway. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, Mom. That is around that area. Yes, indeed. Cherry Street it was, and yes, we all like cherry trees. You know, it's really sad there's no cherry trees right now. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Trying luck with Keystone. Good old Keystone. And guess what? Pennsylvania is the Keystone State. See here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. Oh, yeah? How about that? That's good. Hey, wait a minute. Haldeman. There's a Haldeman Avenue. Yeah, let me see here. Oh, it's Hagerman. Oh, darn. Okay, so let's try Kensington. Keystone. Good old Keystone. HJK. Keystone. Keystone. No. Darn. Sorry, Deborah. I've struck out again. Keystone Street. But let me see if we can find Keystone Street on Mr. Phone. So we got a good 20 minutes before we end off the show. We have lots of good views. Did you smash that like button yet? Appreciate it if you do. Thank you. Okay, let me see here. Yes, indeed. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, yes, indeed. Let me see here. Let me see here. We are looking for. Oh, don't. No. Don't give up, Deborah. Oh, this is. Yeah, yes. Don't give up. You got this. Don't worry. You got this. But let me see if there's a Keystone Street somewhere. Yep. Happy birthday to a lady named Terry, but that's a long time ago. Okay. See her. Keysto. Keystone Street, Philadelphia. Okay, history. Okay, history of street. History of Keystone Street. Okay, here it is. I think I got it. Keystone Street in Tacony, Northeast Philadelphia. Developed in the late 19th century between 1888 and 1893 as a prime residential area for managers and leaders in of the industrial distant saw works. It is known for its distinctive high-quality Victorian Queen Anne and Second Empire architecture, notably around Diston Park and near Longshore Avenue. And now I'll tell you how the let me see here. Let me see. I'll give you a little brief synopsis about the street and where does it start and where does it end. Okay, here we go. Now, Keystone Street starts somewhere near the Philly Works custom vinyl wrap area, where that means, but it's kind of like a bit of a dead end street to start, and it goes all the way through Cotman Avenue, Wellington, Friendship, and then it sort of breaks into one part or another on Princeton Avenue to continue. Then it goes through Tyson Avenue, Diston Street, Longshore Avenue, Rawle Street, and Knorr, that's KNORR, Unruh Avenue, McGee Avenue. If you want to hear some McGee Avenue, I'll probably talk about McGee Avenue a little later. Levick Street, and this road right here, which I don't even know the name of, Levick Street, yes. Coincide with Tulip, Robin Street, Devereaux Street, Blanche not there, Benner Street, Comley Street, and it goes through this street, Van Kirk. I do believe Van Kirk is in this book. And then it ends at East Cheltenham Avenue, and it sort of broke up right there. And so, with that being said, that is Keystone Street. Yeah. All right. So we're just about ready to do the third and final Quizmaster. Now this question and answer choices goes back to home. Thank you. Thank you very much. Alrighty, here we go with the last round of the Quizmaster television things and this final answer and question, whatever it is. Well, it hits here at home in Philadelphia. KYW3 switched from NBC to CBS in what year? Is it A, 1997, B, 1995, or C, 1990? I was just about 8 years old, I believe it was. I was 8 years old then, back in whatever year it is. So, repeating the question and answer choices, KYW3 switched from NBC to CBS in what year? A, 1997, B, 1995, or C, 1990? Yes, you gotta love that music. Mom says it's very cool, and I appreciate it, Mom. Okay, Deborah says 95. Bill says 95. H. Lee says 1990. Are you sure? I hope you get the right answer, folks. We are on a roll tonight. And I still got my street names booked just in case if anybody wants to hear a street name or two. Yes, indeed. Who else is out there watching? You want to take a stab at it? I'll just read it again. KYW3 switched from NBC to CBS in what year? Most of the folks says 95. 95? Yeah, let me see. 95 it was. Okay, let me see here. We got a great thing going on. Yes, indeed. Everyone says 95, and I do believe that must be the right answer. Yes, it was September 1995 when KYW Channel 3 Philadelphia had the Peacock leaving its doors off its perch to 10 Monument Road at WCAU TV. At the same time, the CBSI closed on 10 Monument Road and opened up to a place called Independence Mall East and Market Street. And boy, that was a fun area where KYW News Radio 1060, KYW TV, and 94 WYSP was there up until everybody moved out of the building, crushed it down, and turned it into a museum of American Jewish history. Found right there. Hey, that's all right. We can still have the memories of Yuki Washington peering out at Independence Mall, walking around, saying, "Hey, Yuki, I saw you on television, yeah!" Like that. Or you hear some of the DJs go like, "Hey, how you doing? Want to hang around near Independence Hall? Let's have a beverage or two, shall we?" Yeah. So, yep, it was 1995, September 1995, over 30 years ago, when KYW Channel 3 became CBS 3, now CBS News Philadelphia, while WCAU became NBC 10. And speaking of NBC, I'm happy to announce somewhere in this year, 2026, NBC will turn the big 100. Yes, indeed. NBC turning the big 100. Best of the Peacock Network, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, here's some other news. Subscriptions are a little bit short right now. We're still 8 away from the big 1,000. So I need anyone's help to get me up to 1,000. Hope you will. So come on down and subscribe to KDJW. Hit the bell icon. We have some great stuff. Okay, we have about 10 minutes before we sign off the air. Yep. Hey, what's this? We're not yet. Get back there. Get back there. Come on. Executives out there are saying it's time to sign off already. They just put the little banner on, for crying out loud. You're hurting me, Smalls. Humph. Yeah, how about that? They try to keep me off the air. You're going to get mad. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to go out there to your congressman, but I just want you got to get mad. It's my life. I sound like Howard Beale, only G-rated. Nice. Hope you like that little tidbit. Network. And that movie is going to be 50 years old, 1976. Yes, indeed. From the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer guys. Now, who wants to hear a street from my choosing? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, gotta love the sound of the drums. Yeah, I love drums, don't you? Yep, so I'm going to read you a little street. Let me see here. Hey, thanks, Mom. Yeah, right on, Mom. Thank you. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to give you a street. This is an avenue. And here, oh yeah, I think I borrowed this one. This one's from Mom. You see here, Girard. Yeah, I'm going to talk about Girard Avenue. And I've seen the trolleys, and my mom, she's here right now. She told me about some of the stories, like how she got on the trolley to get to the B bus and things. So I'm going to give her this one, Girard Avenue. Here it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, for my mom, Girard Avenue. Few many men have done so much for Philadelphia, or have been more misunderstood, than Stephen Girard. Girard College, Delaware River, Girard Bank. The list can be endless of the contributions Mr. Girard made to his adopted city. The first Girard Avenue, confirmed in 1845, was from Ridge Avenue to Corinthian, next to Girard College. College Avenue we'll read next time. In 1858, Girard Avenue grew with the inclusion of Old Franklin Street from 6th to Franklin Avenue and Prince from Frankfort to Norris. West of the college, the avenue grew in spurts. In 1856, from 33rd Street, to 33rd Street, in 1868 to 64th Street, and by 1936 as far west as 68th. Later on, the trolleys came to town with the wraparound of 63rd Street all the way to Frankfort Avenue. Yes, indeed. So Mom took the trolley to the Market Frankfurt L, to the Frankfurt Terminal to get to the B bus to get to work and back again. And yes, indeed, my mom, she's one groovy lady. Yes, she is. Hey, yes, right. So Girard Avenue, home of the 15, now the G1 trolley or bus. Here's like one thing I wanted to make out. Every time I wanted to capture a trolley going around, all I see is a bus. And I just stood there and say, hey, that ain't no trolley. Yes, indeed. So that's the best of street names of Philadelphia. We'll be talking about College Avenue on our next show next week. It's going to be a very special Sunday, so make sure you smash the like button. Yes, we will. Anyone out there tell me how many likes we have so far on this video? Let me know down in the comments down below. Yes, indeed. It has been a nice night. Temperature is now 34 degrees. We went up to the upper 40s today in the weather situation. And next time, next week, this coming weekend, we may even go up to maybe in the upper 50s. So, yep, it's going to be fun. Next time, I'll probably experiment the 5-day forecast from AccuWeather somewhere. And don't worry, I'll definitely do that. I'll fix it up and make it look nice. So yes, indeed. So how about, ladies and gentlemen? How about the weather for the week on the next show? Yes, indeed. Let's do that. Let's do that right away. Yes, indeed. Oh, 8 likes? Wow. That is quite a small group, but hey, it's all right. But thanks very much for liking the video anyway. I really appreciate it. I really do. Hope we'll get more likes during the rebroadcast. So fingers crossed and hands folded in prayer. Wow, the only person I don't see is Tiffany. Where is Tiffany? Well, here's like one thing. Mom is here. That's all right. Mom and Dad were here. So Mom and Dad, thank you for watching the show. And very sorry I didn't get some of the questions right, but don't worry. We'll have redemption next week. So you better tune in, because I love it when you come over after maybe a busy Sunday. You want to hang out with your dear friend David. Yes, indeed. Final few minutes before we leave our airwaves, so I can go do some stuff like cooking dinner, taking care of your loved ones, or your doggy friends. Make sure you have them spayed or neutered. Help control the pet population. And if you guys do that, hey, no problem, Mom. All for you. Yes, ancient history. Yep. The only ancient history I know is like the pyramids and old adobe walls or something like that. In Philadelphia, nothing's ancient to me, except for me. Just kidding. Okay, I want to say special thanks to Fandemic crew. Fandemics, thank you very much for tuning in. H. Lee, Mom and Dad, Deborah from Florida, and Al and little Blackie and Lunar. Oh, and speaking of Lunar, all you stargazers, out there, make sure you watch out for the total lunar eclipse. It's on the 3rd of this month. Maybe around midnight or 1 a.m. I don't know. So look out there. Don't worry. You'll be well protected when you're viewing the lunar eclipse. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. Tanita from Southwest Philadelphia watching the show. Thank you very much. H. Lee, Deborah, Bill, Britt, and our little baby. Thank you very much. Little darling out there. Thanks very much for joining us. Thank you very much to the Fandemic crew. Everybody was there, even my good friend Onslaught. I'll probably do that when Onslaught comes back again. What do you think, guys? Would I do that? Yeah, I hope so. Okay, 2 minutes before we say goodnight. I hope we got the music up. I believe we do. Yeah, we do, yeah. All right. So, let me see here if we get this music right. I hope we do. Let me see here. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, thank you very much for tuning in to the Washington Podcast. I'm David Washington. And one final note, ladies and gentlemen. The song you heard, Hustle the Bank, came from Break the Bank. Great show, by the way, with Tom Kennedy hosting and then the great Jack Barry. Yeah, that show's been around 50 years ago this year. Yeah. Well, good night. We're so glad you've tuned in to the Washington Podcast on KDJW. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. We got more stuff to do next week, so thanks for tuning in. This is Chuck Strongback speaking for the Washington Podcast, a DJ Wash 5 production.